Good afternoon. My name is Ed Maloney, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the University of Salford Students' Union, and I would like to warmly welcome you all this afternoon to the University of Salford graduation ceremony. I am the Master of Ceremonies, and I'm here to make sure the event runs smoothly as possible, and that all of you know what you have to do to graduate across the stage and become graduates. So, to all of you sat at the front, please don't be anxious. I'm about to run it all through with you, and I'm going to be absolutely here for you throughout. But before the ceremony starts, before I do that, I have a few requests. Firstly, can I ask that you wear a face covering, unless medically exempt, for the duration of the ceremony and until you are outside of the hall and well clear of the building. Graduands, that's you who are graduating, you will be able to remove your face covering before you come up on stage and will be prompted when to do so by some people wearing red who will help you. Then, as you come up, they'll ask your name, and when you get to the top of the stage, you'll hear your name being announced, and you'll come forward. And this year, because of coronavirus regulations, instead of shaking the hand of the presiding officer, who is the person from the big chair, you will doff, which simply means that you will nod your head. They will, I told you I'm here for you. So they will do something like this, or something like this, and you will just nod. And we'll go through it in a second, all right? Okay. So it's difficult because it requires a bit of coordination. I know we've got arts and media and theatre people here, but you have to smile as you nod, okay? So coordination, I find it difficult. You might be okay. So, make sure that when you're on the stage, you look up towards where your family are, and you do give them that big smile. And then what you'll do is you come down the stage, and you'll receive your scroll from somebody stood approximately here. So, let me break convention and just run this through it right now, okay? So this is probably a little bit slow motion, but I'm going to do it, okay? Wait there. What you want to get a perfect photo is stop about here, or about there. When you get close to the chair, okay, you'll not have a hat on. See, I've got a hat on. You'll nod. They'll do this. Nod back. And then you can proceed. Important. Stop. Don't just do this. Smile. Take the roll, and then you're a graduate. That went better than expected. Thank you. So for everybody, unless you're getting up to the stage, can I ask you that you remain seated throughout the ceremony, just as a courtesy to other guests, so that they're not being disturbed and having their view blocked. And of course, please do use your phone to take video and for photos or whatever, but please make sure they're on silent. Let's be the first ceremony that we've had today that not somebody's mobile hasn't gone off, okay? So I also have a message from our alumni team. You'll have seen the video just now, but you'll see that your relationship with the university does not end today, but in fact, it's only just beginning. You are now a member of a global alumni community of over 190,000 graduates. Salford graduates go on to achieve absolutely amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, to serving our communities and through the health service, in schools and in public service. We would love you to keep in touch with us so that we can share your life's journey and achievements, but also to ensure that you are kept up to date on the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. As you cross the stage today, we will be recording you, and you will be able to receive an email from us in the next couple of days inviting you to download the clip and the clip of yourself. It's just a little gift from the university to say thank you for agreeing to let us stay in touch with you. The ceremony will now begin, and so for those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic profession.
I declare this congregation open to present awards of the University of Salford.
Graduates and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Alan Walker, Dean of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to see and hear that you've all been well prepared by our excellent student union leader. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, graduands, distinguished guests, after almost 2 years of the pandemic, it is a great pleasure to be able to welcome you in person. Graduands, you will receive your degrees supported by friends and family, and we, as part of the wider academic community, acknowledge your achievement and celebrate your success. I want to say 3 things to you this afternoon, which are about adaptability, about confidence in your creativity, and about connectivity. The first concerns the power of being adaptable. We know how hard-won your academic success has been, and you will all have stories about the challenges you've overcome during the pandemic. The pandemic is not over. It has resurged in Europe, and currently, of course, we're confronted with the Omicron variant. Now is the time, or shortly afterwards, is the time to reflect on your studies and to consider the ways in which you've adopted hybrid methods in the past 18 months and how you can continue to develop these as survival strategies to produce new work. Your ability to maintain and evolve these approaches will remain essential for your future professional success in what is likely to become an increasingly chaotic and unpredictable global environment. My second point focuses on creativity. Being creative requires a different way of looking at the world, one in which received ideas and stereotypes are constantly challenged, in which there is high risk of failure, and which self-reflection and criticism go hand in hand with rigorous application of method. This is a tiring business. It is also often a traumatic process which challenges self-confidence and motivation. All of you will have experienced ennui, or worse as the downside, as well as the magic of creating something new. The actress Dame Helen Mirren, in a famous interview for The Stylist magazine, described how she had struggled with issues of self-esteem on a daily basis for years. She commented on how she often feels a lack of worth when in the company of her peers, yet she knows this is also an important stimulus for her creativity. Please remember that you've proved your worth as practitioners, and you need to use the more destructive challenges you will constantly face to inform and develop your creativity. There have been many recent and wonderful examples of your work, and I want to mention a few highlights. In June, Dorothea Scaletta-Sterian, a Batal graduate, was shortlisted for 4 categories in the National RTS Student Awards and won in the Best Writing and Best Editing categories for her very challenging and intriguing film, Staying Sane in a Pandemic. TV and radio graduate Neha Navakar is now a BBC Asian network presenter, and Joe Wilson is producer of the UK chart show syndicated across all Bauer stations. These successes lead me to my third and final point about connectivity. While your skills are essential in the creative sector, they are also increasingly sought in almost every other part of the British economy, in construction, the service and leisure industries, in health, and there is also a growing demand for more socially engaged practice. There is opportunity for you to shape and transform our society, but to do this, you need the confidence to communicate, socialize, and build networks. I'm minded of the example of Charlene White, the brilliant ITV News at 10 anchor, who, in a recent interview for Black History Month, described how, as a 20-year-old student, she made the opportunity to gain work experience in New York. The day after her arrival, she was sent to the office of the New York Post thinking she'd be making tea, and on arrival was set to work writing as a features journalist, doing double-page spreads. The rest, of course, is history. Please remember, you're also lifelong members of our community here at Salford. We will keep in touch and want to hear from you, to celebrate your successes, to work with you and support you wherever and whenever we can. It is a great pleasure to congratulate you on your graduation today. Your success is a special achievement, especially given the problems associated with the past 2 years, and you've done extremely well. Whilst it has been an exciting year for our school, it has also been a year of significant achievement for the university. And as such, I'm very pleased to introduce our presiding officer for this ceremony, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sam Grogan. Thank you.
Distinguished guests and graduates, as Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Salford, I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony, celebrating the awards you have all achieved. We're here to congratulate you all as our next generation of graduates, to wish you well and to tell you how proud we are of you as you embark on the next chapter of your life. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work for you, and recognizing your success is rightly the highlight of our university calendar. This one particularly because we haven't done it for ages. And these celebrations have been a long time coming. This is our first graduation in 2 years because of the pandemic, and we're delighted to be able to welcome the class of 2020 and 2021 to these ceremonies. Everybody in this room has been affected by COVID in one way or another. And your achievements today are all the greater for the adversity that you've faced and the challenges you've overcome as a result. And it is genuinely a privilege, a pleasure, and an honour for me to be able to share this day with you. May I also extend a very warm welcome to your family, your friends, and supporters. So whether you've come from just down the road or have travelled long distances to be here, you are all most welcome indeed. And I hope everyone here is going to take away some very special memories of this important day. Because your university journey will have been, whether you know it not already, will have been a pivotal moment in your life. Alongside your specific studies, you'll have further shaped your views on the world. You'll have learnt more about yourself and created memories and friends, trust me on this one, that will stay with you for life. You've developed intellectually, personally, and socially. And so, whether you're now moving on to further studies or new employment, or if you've already done so, or whether you're taking time to reflect on those opportunities now afforded to you, you can be confident that you're ready to succeed in whatever you choose to do. Because you've done more than study for a degree. The passion and the drive and the determination you've shown on your journey to date are all qualities that will serve you well in the future. When I think back to my own university experience in it gets longer, it really does. My mind tends to focus not so much on the detail of the experience itself, actually. I actually tend to think more about what's happened in my life because I went to university. Now, I was the first in my family to ever go to university, and I studied theatre, firstly training as an actor and then as a dancer. I do not know how I ended up in this suit. And if anyone tells you that drama isn't an amazing profession in itself and doesn't lead to amazing opportunities, tell them to come and speak to me. But that experience, simply put, it opened up the world for me. Possibilities were positioned as present because an applied education, learning by doing, enables one to view the world through a dynamic, creative lens. At the heart of this lens, as we've heard from our colleague, is collaboration and communication. Two skills that have really nudged me towards whatever successes I've had. Off the back of my first degree, I've managed to have adventures that have literally taken me around the world twice. To continue to create things with amazing people and to continue to progress where I am today. Pro-Vice Chancellor for Student Experience, working alongside these gifted, amazing people. And working with our students in the pursuit of making a positive difference to the world. I really, honestly and genuinely, I couldn't ask for more from my life. It's fantastic. And if you told me that the skills that I'd picked up making theatre and dance would one day bring me to this fantastic place and lead the institution's teaching, learning and student experience strategy, I would have asked you for a pint of whatever you've been drinking. But it did, and it has. And that's what university unlocks for me. Through the unpredictable twists and turns of the years, it unlocks possibility and it unlocks adventure and it unlocks a lifetime of being a learner and the skills and abilities to adapt, as Professor Alan Walker said, and to keep on developing. And you've all demonstrated your abilities and skills and your drive by getting here, by arriving here to receive today's awards. So we're proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves. And I also hope that you'll feel proud of us, your university too. Whilst we're here to celebrate your successes and achievements, the time you've been studying with us has also been a period of many achievements for the university. As you'll read from a graduation brochure, over the last 18 months, our university community has rallied to join the national effort in their fight against COVID-19, from providing volunteers for testing, donating specialist equipment and designing prototype PPE, to leading global pioneering projects and being at the heart of frontline care. All our staff and students have shown remarkable dedication, ingenuity and compassion throughout the time. And despite of all the challenges and restrictions, we've continued to make progress with the ambitious work of the university. As you've heard from your dean, your school brings together enterprise and engagement activities to create real-world opportunities for all students as part of an industry-focused curriculum. Our contemporary in-house design agency, for instance, Studio Salford, is a perfect example of this. It works with companies on real-world briefs, giving students first-rate experience, all while getting paid. That bit's important. The school is a thought leader in the creative industries and offers specialist training for businesses. The Pipeline, again another example, is a vibrant training hub based within Media City and offers short courses to meet skills demand in the burgeoning content creation markets. We're also the only university to have a campus at Media City. It's an international media hub with neighbours such as the BBC and ITV, industry standard facilities that offer a professional environment for all our students. And this year, our campus celebrates being open for 10 years. That was part of your journey. And there's also obviously a greater need in the creative disciplines for people with skills in technology and the creation of content. We develop graduates able to fill this growing sector-wide skills gap, and the school continues to develop a greater technological base, including new programs in state-of-the-art facilities. And your school, and you among them, has a strong legacy of successful alumni across a range of fields, including actors, stand-up comedians, musicians, journalists, and designers. And we celebrate their successes because you, our students and alumni, have also been doing the university proud. So, for instance, Salford graduate Hannah Russell, MBE, scored bronze and gold medals at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Alumnus Craig Easton was named Photographer of the Year in the prestigious Sony World Photography Awards. Graduate Nicolette Peel was made an MBE in recognition of her work with the charity Mummy's Star, which supports pregnant women with cancer. And Maeve O'Sullivan, who completed the MA Children's TV production course, was awarded a BAFTA for film. Those are some examples from across the university and the amazing things that Salford students and graduates have done. So this is an exciting time to be part of this university community. And so today is about you, students from the School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology who are graduating this year and celebrating your journey with us. But you didn't get here by yourselves. This is also about the people who have helped you on your journey to receiving your award today. These good people alongside me have guided you during your university career and helped you recognize and reach your potential. And your supporters, families and friends have also encouraged you along the way, offering emotional, practical, and often financial support. Now, I think that support deserves real recognition. So graduates, could I ask you to stand, please? Could you all please give a huge round of applause for all those people here and elsewhere who have helped inspire, encourage, and help you through your journey. So now to the proceedings. So in a moment, you'll pass across this stage, up those stairs and across this carpet. I know that many of you are looking at the steps and rethinking your choice of footwear. It's too late now. But seriously, don't worry. Take your time. Enjoy it. You deserve this, and you've earned this. This part of your Salford journey is going to end now, but a new one begins. From today, you're going to become alumni of this great university, joining a community of over 180,000 Salford graduates across the world. So please keep in touch with us. Let us know how you're doing and how we can help you and how you might be able to help us. Remember, this university is your university for life. Our successes are your successes, just as your successes are ours. And remember how much you've achieved and how far you've come when you walk across the stage during your time at Salford. From navigating online learning during a pandemic to finding new ways to develop relationships with tutors and classmates, you overcame so much with determination and a willingness to adapt. We are so proud of everything you've accomplished, and you should be too, because if you can graduate during a pandemic, you can pretty much do anything. So finally, with all that said, I'd like to invite you to reflect on your abilities and your social obligations as graduates and ambassadors of the University of Salford. Now more than ever, the world does need you, and I urge you to work for the benefit of others, to be a catalyst for positive change in whatever community you choose to live and work in. Seize the opportunity life gives you. Cherish the memories of your time at Salford, and please use the skills and knowledge you have gained here to be the very best you can be for the rest of your life. The whole world is working now towards building a better future, and you are a vital part of that. With the skills you've gained, you'll be building a better and brighter future for us all. So I'm going to finish by saying this to each and every graduate. Be proud of what you've achieved. Be bold in your aspirations, because the future is now yours to make. And as we like to say at Salford, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations.
Graduates and guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Paul Broster, Academic Dean, Associate Dean Academic, Student Experience of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology to present the PhD Awards.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, I present for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Online news commenting platforms as space for democratic deliberation. A study of selected Nigerian online news websites. Adianju Apijoyi.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now continue the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Deborah Prinsalar, Director for Film and Broadcast Media of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, to present the awards.
Pro Vice-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, I present the award of Master of Arts, Media Production, Post-Production for TV, Tom Dyson. Danny Haywood. Agnieszka Teresa Romanska. Hannah Webb. Master of Arts, Media Production, TV Documentary Production, Emma Bignelli Macchia. Catherine Lee Strangeway. Master of Arts, Media Production, TV Drama Production, Gethin Dubowski. Charles Cameron Noakes. Lucy Podobska. Leonie Rudloff. Robert Truswell. Sam Wells. Master of Arts, Production Management for TV, Film and Digital Media, Sophia B. Kira Connor-Searles. Vanan Dangava. Lauren Victoria Goldstrong. Eliza Veta Yasnova. Olivia Owen. Samantha Lee Wilson. Nikita Berry. Emily Carter. Finley Cassay. Sophie Dunseith Goff. Chloe Francis. Ethan Harrison. Benjamin Mashita. Claudia Radwinska. Claudia Silva Mendez. Tomasz Sobocinski. Veronica Eva Wyszynska. Master of Arts, Wildlife Documentary Production, Rachel Bibby. Rebecca Cudmore. Annabelle Dorr. invisible. Chloe Martin. Elizabeth Jane Penman. Henry Thompson.
We will now commence the presentation of the undergraduate awards from the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology. Each student will be individually presented for their award. I would like to invite back Deborah Princelar, Director of Film and Broadcast Media of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, to present the awards.
Oh, what fun. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Salford School of Arts, Media and Creative Technology, I present the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Animation, David Mark Barrow. Fionn Chapman. Gaston Ayrton Delreux. Victoria Chardots. Nicole Kime Richardson. Caroline T. John. James Luke Ethan Wynne. Hassan Youssef. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Digital Media, Sophie Lee Connor. Holly Kate Hancock. Heather Lawton. Tara J. Turnpenny. Samantha Fern Bull. Sophie Husterden. Connor Knight. Thomas Whittle. A Bachelor of Arts with Honours Digital Media Arts, Wan Chen or Uva Wang. Bachelor of Arts with Honours Film Production, Jack Allen Belcher. Isaac Billinis. James Boyce. Natalie Clark. Bradley Daltrey. Benjamin Luke Delaney. Emma Doherty. Dylan Freeman. Freddie Fullerlove. Dan Gould. Amy Griffiths. Sounds like the end, but I'm just turning the page. Joseph Hartley. Jack Haywood. Paul Thomas Higgins. Kieran Jordan. Ted King. Bethany Rose Lawrence. Morgan Letts. Emily Beatrice Ann Longden. Liam Carl Lyle. Noah Mainprize. Eleanor Lee Marriott. Melissa Moriali. Emily Ogden. Laura O'Kane. John Pengelly. Joshua Porter. Jasmine Rebecca Dion Rodriguez Campbell. Marie Christine Shuttleworth. Daniel William Searwald. Giuliano Simeone. Brianna Smith-Briggs. Emily Sutcliffe. Mackenzie Alvar James Thompson. Ellie Turnbull. Alice Mary Walker. Rowan Walsh. Oliver Warburg. Alexander Williams. Seth Wilson. Abigail Wright. Sophia Andrews. Charlotte Ashton. Matthew Oliver Bailey. Ashton Moon Bateson. Thomas Charlie Brewster. Hannah Buckley. Samuel Butler. Charlotte Case. Patrick Anthony Shearer. Louis John Coates. Dylan Fletcher. Tevin Garvey. Charles William Grimshaw. Daniel Grocott. Isabel Hawthorne. Elizabeth Alana Hibbett. Fraser Huey. Juliet Elizabeth Holmes. Samuel Holmes. Stanley Hughes. Tom James. Evie Johnson. Catherine Rachel Killen. Zachary Laflamme. Catherine Lavery. Charlotte Lockwood. Tiffany Martin. Harriet Louise Wesley Meller. Hannah Page Molyneux. Oscar Morris. Stephen O'Reilly. Caitlin Emma Rapley. Leander Richards. Jack Edward Roberts. Lucas Roberts. Bradley Rogers. Elspeth Millie Rollinson. Isabel Sophie Rubin. Chiara Russo. Tom Sach. Lucy Nicola Simons Weston. Harry James Spriggings. Harriet Staniland. Erica Stewart. Joseph Stobbs. Katie McLean Sutton Wilson. Jodie Tamplin. There's a lot of people on this course. Ross Tate. Alexander Thompson. Nicole Timmerman. Matthew Walker. Georgia Nicole Webster. Bethany Wells. Lauren Williams. Ella Wilson Ferry. Kieran Lee Wood. And last but not least, Gavin Woodcock. Bachelor of Arts with Honours Film Studies, Ruri Mara Brown. Adam Debret. Ellis Grimes. Jessica Hitchen. Catherine McElvenny. Malika Turinch Miles. Ben Murdoch. Emmett Butcher. Elizabeth Campbell. Luke Benjamin Charters. Connor Clark. Jonathan Mark Cotton. Megan Malloy. Jessica Page Williams. Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Television and Radio, Hayden Barr. Emily Zarina Bagstaff. Thomas Bellis. Tiona Amabonsu. Samuel David Burrow. Olivia Patricia Childs. Dylan Clark. Rachel Fitzgerald. Natasha Flood. Kiara Morgan Gallagher. Molly Ellen Gibbs. Georgia Gill. Thomas Gross. Edward Kelly. Rebecca McMorrow. William McMullen. Joe McRae. Aaron Nathan Leslie Tinsley. Faye Wade. Adam Welsh. Bachelor of Arts with Honours Television and Radio Production, Lauren Amy Aldred. Molly Phoebe Allen. Charlie Michael Betts. Joanne Elizabeth Bowyer. Alexander Benjamin Broadley. Sophie Charlotte Cowper. Charlotte Davies. Kieran Thomas Fahy. Lucy Jane Goddard. Georgie Grant. Anna Guest. Olivia Herring. Hannah Estelle Johansson. Molly Matthews. Holly Morsley. That was Molly Matthews, not Holly Matthews. If I said Holly, I'm sorry, it was Molly. Becky Price. Lucy Rogers. Alfie Cameron Sharp. Beck Mary Silk. Destino Sekula. James Ward. Charles Robert Marshall Wright. Bachelor of Science with Honours Media Technology, Elia Barnwell Duwaney. Isabel Langham. Jack O'Reilly. Foundation Degree Arts Media Production, George Edward Allen. Thomas Corcoran. Ashia Hashimi. Nisha Kara. Fionn Phillips Eyre. Kira Lee Poole. Niall Wheeling. Oh, some latecomers. Bachelor of Arts with Honours Digital Media, Bonnie Morgan Fleming. Olivia April Griffiths. A Bachelor of Arts with Honours Film Production, Callum J. Charnock. Joseph Lindsay Taylor.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Pro-Vice-Chancellor to close the ceremony, please can I ask for all guests to remain seated until all the graduates have left their seats. I would now like to invite the Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Sam Grogan, to close the ceremony.
Well, that was absolutely brilliant. We should do this every day. That was fantastic, and it's so fantastic to see your faces as you walk across and just realise what amazing adventures lie ahead. So really, I just would like to say on behalf of the University of Salford, I really want to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of our graduates. So please could I ask you all to join me in a round of applause. And now I think it's that time we've been all waiting for. Graduates, could I ask you to stand, please? And could I ask you to put on your hats? Ladies and gentlemen, could I present to you the class of 2020 and 2021. May I invite you all to stand for the academic procession. I now consider this ceremony closed. Thank you.